live from NRG Stadium in Houston. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. First carry for Darius Geis. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
A toss right to Geis. They find some open field here. A big play there out of Geis. 57 yards on the ground. So a big play there running right. The DN couldn't get out. They couldn't stop him. It was the offense setting the edge and getting the big gain.
Yeah, essentially when you're the defensive end, when they talk about setting the edge so the offense has to bounce it one way or the other, instead that edge was actually rounded off by the offense and continued deep down the field.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Redskins take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 13. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And he is out of bounds right around the 34. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
A gain of 13. It's a first down. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now it's Miller. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. From the 50, it's Watson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there. And in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Watson. He will go out right near the 35-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did.
Big time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. It makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people.
Lamar Miller, and he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Lamar Miller, 28 yards. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game.
In as many coaches' meetings as we sit in, we hear the word finish all the time, don't we? And on that play, the back actually finished getting into the end zone, breaking the last tackle. Tried to wrap up, tried to use the proper technique, just wasn't able to get it done.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now a run with Geis. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Third down. Here's Haskins. Got a man out of the backfield. It's Chris Thompson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down. They'll run on first down. Thompson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender, and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, sometimes a thing of beauty.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. The ball comes out, and the Texans scoop it. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. A first down carry now for Miller. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Watson. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It's a gain of 35. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Let's go.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. On second down, it's Miller. Miller with first down and more. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Texans have taken the lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself...
And he's into the clear. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis, 75 yards. And the Redskins are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Let's go. The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And now out comes Houston. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try to get some points and feel great going into the half.
The throw down the field, caught by his running back. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Now a play fake here on first down. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Caught left side Hopkins. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 27 yards there, a first down. Watson on first down. This is caught. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. One man in the backfield, that's Miller, second and goal. They get it to him running left. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. Line of scrimmage at the 4. Here's third and goal. Here's Miller. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller in the final seconds of the first half. And the Texans have broken the tie.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Redskins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out first and 10. Throwing now, Haskins on first down. Slings this deep from McLaurin. This is caught at the 20. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
The safety Landon Collins there to make the tackle.
Brings up second and 7 at the 30-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
To throw is Watson. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Fuller. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. On first down, it's Miller. He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him a couple on the carry there. Second and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Texans will add on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game is to be in on second half no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Haskins looking to throw on first down. Flushed out right. He's got Thompson here, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 32 that time. On first down, it's Haskins. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. The lightning rod, J.J. Watt with a sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Field goal would have been a decent length at 55 yards. They keep the kicking unit on the sideline. They're going for it. They'll try and throw forward with Haskins. And he finds McLaurin. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on fourth down. Now it's Haskins. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well.
Complete to Chris Thompson. First and goal, Washington.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Shotgun handoff to Thompson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Redskins have made this a one-score game. Extra point good by Hopkins. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. Still just a two-score game in the third quarter, but they're going to go onside kick here anyway. And the effort snuffed out. The Texans' hands team recovers. I know they're down, but starting the third quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel that they've got to go ahead and make something happen. Steal a possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try and win the game.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Back now in Houston, it's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the fourth. From the 36, Watson throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hopkins. 12 yards there and a first down. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
They'll run on first down. Miller. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Texans will extend their lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep your assignments. Let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. Being chased out left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Thompson. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. A huge play there for Washington. 42 yards.
41. 41's the Mike. Echo. Pull it together. 41 Mike. 41 Mike. Check back.
Now Haskins on first down. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. J.J. Watt in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. 20. Open man downfield. He's got it. It's his running back. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Bryce Love, 42 yards. And the Redskins are able to make this a close game again. They do tack on the extra point as well. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This will be taken very short. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it out past the 35. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. And Watson's going to throw it here. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Watson. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hopkins. 11 yards there. First down. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Watson. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hopkins. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. Absolutely ideal there. Get a good size play, get out of bounds.
Well, you saw the coaching there.